Hello there, this is Dimon360 back with another video. In this one, I'm gonna talk about my top 5 favorite lightsaber duels in all of Star Wars. Note, these are all actual duels, so no duels in like the books or the comics. So no like Darth Krayt versus Obi Wan or Cade Skywalker or Darth Vader versus Anya Kuro. Fights like that. Fights that we watch, not read. This is all my opinion, based on just how I like them, whether it's by action or emotional value. But yeah, so I'm going to give 5 honorable mentions for the 10 to 6 placements, and then I'm going to get to the top 5. Hope you guys enjoy.
I see the Padawan needs one last lesson.
I know this duel only came out 1 week ago, but goddamn do I love it. This was a fight I was hyping since the reveal of Clone Wars Season 7. It is so action-packed and intense, especially because of what we know is going on behind the scenes with Revenge of the Sith. I love the transitions between the battle and the lightsaber duel, and I just love how action-packed it is. I love seeing these two fight as they're so close in combative skill. I like their little remarks and quotes as they talk. And knowing that Ray Park did the motion capture for Maul during this scene makes this fight so much better. I love the purple dust as their blue and red blades clash whenever they strike. I love how fast-paced it is as well, as both are fast-paced fighters. And I love when they blade lock and Ahsoka throws Maul through the window. Overall, a great duel for the end of a great series. Old Ben vs. Darth Maul. Now, unlike Ahsoka vs. Maul, this duel I like for its emotional value. I love how far these two have come. Obi Wan has risen so high and Maul has fallen so low. Maul has nothing except revenge, and once he has that, he has nothing, where Kenobi has risen above that and has become something even greater. I just love the thematic standpoint, from them going from all lightsabers and a blaze of glory to old Western, not even, trying. Kenobi doesn't want to fight. Until Maul brings up Luke, that's the only time he fights. It also gives old Ben some respect, because no one respects old Ben Kenobi because of his poor fight with Vader, but that's really just the choreography. I love how it's only 3 strikes, because it's like, this should be over by now. We shouldn't be expecting a blazing glory. It's like, Kenobi's too good for that. He can't go through that again. And I just love the emotional value that we have all these intense, crazy lightsaber duels with Maul and Kenobi, and then it just goes to 3 strikes, with the thematic standpoint of Maul trying to do the same thing he did with Qui-Gon. And I just love it. I love all the emotional tension when Maul asks Kenobi, is Luke the chosen one? And Obi-Wan says he is, because he's fallen so far since Mustafar. And then Maul's final line, he will avenge us. And Kenobi's look of pity. It's so sad, but also so heartwarming that this old wound has finally been mended. It's a duel that I initially hated, but came out the other end loving.
You have become a rival!
Oh yeah, we're getting into another one. I find it funny that the last 3 duels have had Darth Maul, and 2 of them have been on Mandalore, but goddamn, I never thought I would have wanted to see Palpatine go all out guns a-blazing. I just love seeing this fight, and the big reason is Palpatine. I love seeing Palpatine just toy with these two. Knowing of how skilled Maul and Savage are, and just watching Sidious laugh and enjoy himself during this fight. He isn't even trying. He's just enjoying himself. I love how he splits the 2 of them up, and he just dodges strikes from Savage. He don't give a damn. Like, he's just leaping around, and he disposes of Savage, kind of like how Maul disposed of Qui-Gon. I love Maul's look of shock, like, oh, wow. And then once Sidious gets Maul ticked off and he draws on the Darksaber and it's 2-on-2, you just want to root for Maul, but you know he's not gonna win. Like, looks like Palpatine's putting a little effort, but Palpatine had this in the game from day 1. And I love how Palpatine doesn't just end it with lightsaber combat, because that's just not how Palpatine works. Like, he just stops, he's like, I'm bored, uses the Force, and knocks him out. So badass. Whereas Maul vs. Sidious had intense, crazy lightsaber action, and Maul vs. Old Ben had the emotional factor. This duel has both wrapped into one. You have an intense lightsaber duel that's really entertaining to watch, but the thing that makes Ahsoka vs. Vader number 2 on my list is the emotional factor. Knowing of Anakin and Ahsoka's relationship during the Clone Wars, knowing their friendship, and seeing how far it has fallen, seeing where they have ended up, from best friends to polar opposites, seeing this climactic battle on a Sith temple, Ahsoka attempting to avenge the man she once admired, as Vader wants to destroy the past. However, I think it's pretty clear, my favorite part of this duel is when Ahsoka jumps on Vader and slashes open his helmet. This is killer. You hear James Earl Jones mixed in with Matt Lanter calling out to her, and then he looks around and you see Anakin's face with the glowing Sith eyes, knowing that she is seeing her former master so evil. Her line how she'll never leave him, she won't leave him, not this time. You want to know what he's gonna say. You want him to forgive her. But no, he's too far gone. At least for now, he's too gone. And while this duel has so much action and so much emotion, my pick for the number 1 spot has both the emotion and the crazy action times 10.
Only a Sith deals in absolutes. I will do what I must.
Yes, you will, Obi Wan. Yes, you will. Yep. I didn't think this was much of a surprise, but, I mean, come on. It's the Mustafar duel. Anakin v. Obi Wan. Of course, it is one of probably the second best choreographed lightsaber duel ever besides Duel of the Fates. But this is extremely intense. Like, Anakin is out for blood. You could just tell through by every strike he's employing. He just wants to kill Kenobi. And Obi-Wan's just defending. And you know, the thing that caps this off is the emotional factor. Knowing what these two have went through for each other. They've bled every day of this war for each other. They are brothers. They are friends. And seeing that just get torn apart by every strike of their blades. Knowing how far Anakin has fallen. And Obi-Wan just wants to save him. And then he finally has to accept that he can't save Anakin. At least not now, of course. And I love how brutal the fight gets. It's not just lightsaber combat. They start beating each other up. They start kicking each other. They're tanking force pushes. The lava around them is just ripping apart. It's really adding to the environment. This is overall just one of the best duels with Battle of the Heroes. Well, except for this part, everything else is so great in this duel. the music with Battle of the Heroes, and then it goes into Duel of the Fates. That was so awesome. And seeing how actions have consequences, they fall on the buttons, and then the lava is set off, and then they gotta run from the lava. Like, that's actually very clever. So you've got really awesome action, really awesome emotion, really awesome music, really awesome choreography, and you got Ewan McGregor. You can never get wrong, and you have the high ground. Definitely the true contender for the #1 spot on this list. And that's going to do it for today's video. For top 5 lightsaber battles, in my opinion. This is my opinion. This is not fact. Feel free to let me know down in the comments what your favorite lightsaber duel is, or your top 10 or your top 5. And I'd have fun discussing that. Always, you can like and subscribe. Don't feel forced. You don't have to. You can if you want, but I'm not going to force you. I'm not going to push you over the edge, but just remember, keep it civil, love, peace, love, and the Force will be with you always. Peace out, guys.